I've always been struck by those final words in today's gospel reading. When Jesus finished these words, the crowds were astonished at his teaching, for he taught them as one having authority and not as their scribes. Now, what was it in Jesus that caused them to decide that he spoke as someone who had authority? Well, I think it's there earlier in the gospel. He's basically saying that a person who hears his word and acts upon it is a person of integrity. And so they recognized in Jesus someone who was a person with integrity. And that was the source of his authority. He doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk, as we say. And so when we look around and see those people who are in positions of authority and see them not acting as people of integrity, being people who lie and deceive and seek to cause division among people, instead of trying to unite people, to tell the truth, to be people of honor, then what we see is the scribes that Jesus is referring to today. We see people who, supposedly they have authority, but we're not going to accept their authority because they don't live the life they're supposed to live. And people can say the same of us if we're not living the way that Jesus teaches us to live. If they don't recognize us in us, people whose faith in Jesus informs everything that we do. People who pay attention to making sure that our actions and our words match up with each other. It's then, even if we're not in positions of authority, people look at us and say, there is someone I trust. There is someone I want to listen to. There is someone who has that authority that people recognized in Jesus. But because he was someone who spoke the truth and treated people with charity and loved people and who taught things that he himself practiced. And so there was no doubt that there was something special about him, that there was an authority that people saw that come from God. And so we strive also to be those people who people will look at and say, that person is a holy person. That person is of God. They have an authority, something about them like Jesus.